The first one is for Sophie. I would like to ask you, how did you work in the transformation, the radical transformation that Jean Grey suffers in this movie?
You know, I wouldn't call it a transformation because a lot of people have this idea that that Phoenix and Jean are completely different people. You know, one is evil and one is good. And it's more of a girl who's very, very conflicted, very disoriented by these powers that she suddenly has. And when she finally kind of lets go of these powers, they kind of manifest into disastrous consequences. And so it's very much a conflicted young girl rather than it being good or evil. And so it was just a lot of kind of psychology work.
And Jessica, there's a lot of mystery and speculations about your character. I know that you can tell us much, but I would like to ask you, how would you describe her?
Well, I'll tell you this, she's not from one of the comic books. She is an original character.
Okay.
And I would describe her as otherworldly. She comes to the planet to investigate this dark Phoenix power. And she wants to use it for her own gain. So she befriends Jean in order to manipulate her.
And Sophie, do you feel any pressure for?
Of course I do. You're saying that tentatively, but it's yes. Of course I feel pressure.
Okay, you are the one. Your character is the one that triggers the conflict.
Yes.
Here, so.
Yeah, I suppose her character. I think Charles really kind of triggers the conflict. I don't think it's her.
He's the one to blame.
He's the one to blame. Always blame Charles. Blame James McAvoy. Should we make that a hashtag? Hashtag blame James McAvoy. So much pressure, but so honored as well because, you know, this is one of the most loved storylines in the X-Men comic world, and so the pressure is there to get it right, of course, but it's also just such an honor. And I'm so thankful that Simon believed in me enough to let me take on this storyline that I love so much. So I'm just honored.
And apart for the drama, did you have a good time at the set?
We had a great time on the set. I think there's going to be a great, like, behind the scenes. Sorry. Video.
Yeah,
lots
there will
of dancing, lots of laughing. It was a really good set to be on.
Okay, you were playing a lot of jokes in the set, I heard.
Yeah. We had to get Mac Attack because he was a bit grumpy and irritable. Just as his character was.
Yeah.
His character was grumpy and irritable.
Yeah, he was just channeling that.
Yeah.
We decided to lighten things up a bit.
And Jessica, you are one of the most powerful voices in Hollywood, claiming equal pay for equal work. I would like to ask you both, do you consider that something is changing in Hollywood after the Me Too and the movements?
Yeah, I think something is changing, I think because of social media, in all honesty. I mean, in the United States, there's a justice system that doesn't work for all right now. And so you saw these women step forward, and even now when they're talking about, there's a hashtag like You Know Me, these women talking about their abortions. Social media has been a place where women have really found each other and found a support group and a support system. And I think having that kind of attention to certain issues really forces the government to pay attention. And so I'm hoping now, because we're talking about it, we're talking about Me Too, we're talking about Time's Up, we're talking about You Know Me. I'm hoping that once it's in our consciousness, we'll start to examine how people are treated in our society.
Do you agree, Sophie?
Of course.
Okay. She has to agree with me all the time.
I have to.
Okay.